Yo, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have the Chargers top passing concepts of week 2 of last season. If you like what you're seeing, please give me a like, follow, subscribe. It means the world to me. All right. With that being said, let's get into it. We're starting it off here with some split zone. All right. Play action. They actually ran this, I think, about 3 to 4, maybe even 5 times. Man, no, I think it was like 4 times in this game. All right, and right here, we're running that split zone, really selling that split zone to Eckler. All right, great running back. So whenever you can get a good running back and you're running that play action, that's very important. So right here, we're going to have Big Mike. He's going to come across, fake that divide block. Check him out here, right, coming across backfield of the formation, right? And then we're going to have our Y cross. One of my favorite concepts, right, having that Y cross. Here we're going to have a high corner for that high read. And right here, we just get easy buckets. So we're going to dump it down to the flat, let our guys run, pick up an extra 5 to 6 yards. I really love this concept, especially if you're running that split zone, right, with that divide block. It can really open up some things for you, especially if you run that inside zone very well. So really good play action concept here that I think a lot of teams should utilize. And on this note, they're rolling Herbert out to the right side, which I actually really like that. I favor that over rolling quarterbacks to the left. I think that just puts quarterbacks in bad positions to make plays. Although quarterbacks can do it, it's just a lot easier when you're rolling to the right side. So really nice play action here from the Chargers. All right, here, this is the second time they ran some split zone action. The way they designed this is very interesting because you're going to have that motion from the top coming. We're going to see it in a second, right? We're having that wide receiver from the bunch motioning across. And then we're still going to have that zone fake. Then we're going to have that divide block, all right, into the flat, that fake divide here. All right, and what's really interesting about this is pretty much is just like two verticals. And then we're trying to hit that flat, which I don't think I've really seen. And I actually kind of like that, especially if you know, right, that flat should be open. So interesting design there. I'm going to do some research this offseason to see if more teams run their play action like this. And again, we have Herbert rolling to the right, which makes that throw a lot easier, right, because the linebacker / DN down here, right, they're able to make, like, this is a harder throw than the last play, right? But if he was rolling to the left, I don't even know if he gets that ball off, gets his completion, all right, and gets all these yards. So I do like calling these plays to the quarterback's arm. All right, and again, that is interesting design there with the jet sweep into the splits, or with the, not sweep, but that jet motion into the double verts with the fullback, tight end back going into the flat. So interesting design there. So right here is a play that every team runs, but the Chargers do it a little bit differently here with what we call a split release. So the play that every team runs is the stick concept, right? You have a fade, out, and hitch, all right? Defensive coaches have seen this play a million times, all right? It's becoming one of those plays that everyone knows, right? But the Chargers decide to do their same play, but they're going to do a switch release. All right, same exact thing, but they're switching these routes, which makes it a little bit different for the defense to cover, resulting in Jared Cook, I believe, or that's Mike Williams. Mike Williams sitting down in the middle, getting some yards, right? Because that switch release, it really mixes up this defender, all right, makes him wondering what's going on and makes him send off this route to whoever's in the middle, which I'm not really sure what Diggs is playing here. All right, but that's why it gets wide open, just doing something simple like that. And on the bottom here, we have a cool little concept too. All right, we're going pretty much like that curl, going to the outside, and then you have the flat over here. So if you really like that high-low on the back, you can always take that. But at the top, I really like this switch stick concept. It's really cool. Right, here's another simple, quick game concept. What we're doing is we're going to motion Eckler. Right now, Eckler's in at receiver. He's going to motion over, all right, and then he's going to hit this little flat route. And then over here, we're going to have, at the top of the screen here, we're going to have a little sit route. And we're really just picking on whichever way this defender goes. If the defender decides to fly down, we're going to try to hit that hitch. If the defender tries to go with the hitch, we're going to try to hit the flat. All right, just simple, easy buckets here. Great quick game, short yardage, situational stuff. All right, and if you have playmakers, they're going to turn that little 1 yard route, 2 yard route into potentially like a 5-yard gain. So very cool little concept there. Here is my absolute favorite play from the game. It's executed very well. The design is very smart. I love calling this play. All right, this is essentially double post, all right, but there's a little tweak. We're going to have our post down here, all right, and then at the bottom, we are going to have our fade. We're going to have to check it to a fade based on leverage, and what that really does is, as you can see, that puts this defender, this safety, in a bind. Is this safety going to fly up, or are you going to play back on that fade? Okay, so the defender ends up going with that post, which frees up that outside fade. We're wide open. All right, Herbert has just an absolute cannon, is able to get that into the sideline. All right, before this athletic safety, he's sprinting over. It's a little bit sketchy in the NFL. These guys can move, all right, but in the NFL, that is open enough, and Herbert has the arm to fire it in there. At the high school level, you definitely can run this. All right, you will need that bang 8, that post, instead of making it a big post, to go a little bit more shallow, because quarterbacks really can't throw it that far. But this is just a really good concept that I love. It's such a fun play. I even run it in my flag football leagues. It's so much fun. It's an easy way to get big shots. You're just reading that safety. All right, and then on the back side, we have to make sure that we know what we're doing back there, because that also helps as well, because we're going to have a chip here into the flat, and then we're going to have a fade, and that fade is going to occupy this safety. Hopefully that way we can't just have this guy play the fade and then he goes to the post. All right, so that's why it's important to make sure your backside concepts help your frontside concepts get open as well, or vice versa. Right here we have another play action concept. Even though when you watch Herbert and Justin Jackson, the running back, they kind of mess up the play action, right? Check this out. It's pretty funny to me. I don't know. I don't think this is intentional. It might be. All right, but nonetheless. All right, here's the concept. We have a high corner, which I really like. I think a dig from number 2. And then we're going to have a drag across. That is just tough to defend as it is. All right, then after that play action, we're going to hitch it up. And then we also have the flat, all right, if we need it. That's why I really like this concept. A lot of different ways you can attack the defense. And again, you're going to read that high corner from the bottom here. If that gets covered, you look intermediate. Intermediate gets covered. You look to the flat. The flat's covered. You look at the running back over the middle. And then last but not least, right, even right here, if that running back's not open, we're looking right over here. The flat is pretty golden. We can hit that. It's a really nicely designed play. Right here at the bottom of the screen, we're getting some bunch action, and it really mixes up the defense with the 2 routes we got going inside, and then from the point man, we're hitting that 5-yard out for easy buckets. I really like this, and it's an interesting way to put defenders in conflict. And here, right, it doesn't look like Micah's set, but still, regardless, if he was set, this is pretty hard to defend, because as a DB, all right, you're waiting for that person to come out, but you have 3 people that you're looking at to come to your zone. So maybe he's staring at number 2, all right, maybe it's number 3, all right, but it's hard to tell who's going to be that receiver that's going to finally break out. And it could be into the flat. It could be this 10-yard out right here. That's why I really like this design and this formation. All right, and then not only that, say we stay outside, or the DB stays outside, okay? Then you're looking over the middle with these 2 routes, and Parsons starts stepping up. So if this dig keeps going, right, you can also hit that dig. So that's a really nicely designed, all right, with that formation. I really like this play. This might be something that I add to my playbook. Right here is my second favorite play, all right, because we're really only setting 2 routes, and we get this open. Yes, we come on to a heavier set. We hit that play action, but what are we doing with these concepts, with these routes? All right, we're going to take 2. All right, that's what we're doing at the bottom here. And then over here, we're going to hit that cross and kind of flatten it out, turn it into like a dig. All right, more of a dig, I'd say, on this instance. All right, but here's what really makes a play is this take 2. When you're taking 2, you want to take the corner with you and the safety with you. Let's see if we do that. Looks like we took 2. That's money, which frees this up underneath. All right, and if you're a good running team, these plays, even with these 2 routes, all right, can really pop open. And if you have Keenan Allen, I think that's Keenan Allen, right? Yeah, 13, running that route. He's going to get open. You have one of your top playmakers, one of your faster guys clearing it out. And then you have your playmaker running it underneath, right? That is going to be a very good money play. Love this design, and the execution is flawless. All right, here's another one of my favorite concepts from this game. All right, because this is a great way to get your athletic receiving running back the ball. Now, here's how it's set up. Okay, here are our route combinations. We're gonna have a dig, a wheel, a drag, a deep post curl. Let me draw that at the bottom, and then this angle route, which I absolutely love the way this is designed. All right, I'd probably check the dig, maybe at the top here. Maybe this guy right here is not really running a dig. Maybe it's more of a post curl. Regardless, all right, we're looking down here though. Okay, we're looking down right here and right here. This is where the play is made because we're going to run this drag. That's going to be some eye candy. We're hoping to move some backers that way. Okay, and then right here, we're hoping that this guy, all right, that they're occupied with each other. What's going to happen is this eye candy right here should hopefully move these backers down this way. And we're hoping to get this running back behind him on that angle route. All right, and that's what happens. We got linebackers flowing out. All right, this backer is going to take this guy. All right, and then we're going to hit that that angle route. All right, so it's just going to go boom, boom, working on that flow. Once he's starting flat, we're going to get this defender to move that way. And out of nowhere, boom, we're coming over the middle. It's hard to defend. And that's why I really like this concept, especially, right, if you have a really good receiving back. This could be really useful down here, right? They're on about the 25-yard line. It's a really nice play design there. I'm a big fan of that, something that I'm going to look at and add to my playbook as well. All right, so that's all I got for you. All right, again, if you enjoyed this, please give me a like, comment, subscribe. It means the world to me. All right, with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out.